It can really be a powerful emotion that can lead to a lot of change and self-reflection, but it can also be overwhelming and debilitating if it's not managed correctly. In this video, I'm going to talk about the things you need to do to stop feeling guilty. Guilt can be triggered by a variety of situations, such as causing harm to others, breaking a promise or a rule, or failing to meet one's own expectations. If not taken care of soon enough, it can turn into feelings of remorse, shame, or even self-condemnation. And as I always say, the first step to change is awareness. It's important to recognize and acknowledge guilt when it arises, and then one must take steps to make amends and steps to learn from the experience. So this is how to make amends. Take responsibility for your actions and acknowledge the harm that's been caused. Be sincere and honest in your apology. Be sure to check out my video on the best way to apologize, in which I take you step by step on making the perfect apology. Listen to the person that's been hurt and really set the intention to listen to understand the person's perspective. Validate their feelings and listen with empathy by basically imagining what it would be like if you were in their shoes. Develop a plan to make amends for the harm that's been caused. This could include things like apologizing, paying the person back for any damage that's been caused, and committing to changing your behavior in the future. Take action to make amends and show that you're committed to making things right. Follow through on the plan that you've developed. Ask for forgiveness and be willing to accept the consequences of your actions. Remember that forgiveness is not guaranteed, but it's always worth a shot. You've got nothing to lose. Making amends is not a one-time thing, it's more of a long-term commitment. Make sure you take responsibility for your actions and commit to making changes for the future. The other half of getting past feelings of guilt include what can I learn from the experience? So try the following steps. Take some time to think about what happened and why it happened. Take out a journal or a piece of paper and simply write what happened and why did this happen. Take some time to answer these questions. What's cool about writing things down is oftentimes we're able to pull things out of the unconscious mind and bring it to our awareness. And this may create several aha moments. Next, identify the lesson. Simply ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Go ahead and jot that down on your journal or piece of paper. And sometimes you can even find gold nuggets just by simply writing about it. Next, take responsibility. Own your role in the situation, even if it was just a little one. If this is hard for you to do, what I'd like you to do is imagine that you're watching a movie, and your situation is the movie, and you're the main character. So go ahead and close your eyes and imagine you're watching a movie, and you can literally see yourself in the movie from a third-person point of view. See yourself doing what you did, thinking what you thought, feeling how you felt, talking to whomever you talked to. Really just observe and see the situation all over again as if it were happening. Ask yourself, again, what can I learn from this situation? And do this without placing any judgment on yourself. No, this is a character that you're watching in a movie, it's not you. So you're essentially separating yourself from this character that you're watching in the movie. Judgment-free zone. Just observe yourself from an outsider's perspective. Next, develop a plan. Decide how you will apply what you learned if the situation were to happen again or if something similar were to happen again. Simply write down an action plan. So you can write, if this were to happen again, what would I do? And then I'd like you to go back to the movie situation just by closing your eyes. Imagine yourself in the situation if it were to happen again, thinking how you would think, doing what you would do, seeing what you would see, talking to whomever you would talk to. Just see yourself interacting in this new way, just the way you would like it to be done. Next would be take action. Implement your plan and take any actions necessary if it were to happen again. I encourage you to reread all of the notes that you just took. Really go back and make sure you have clear understanding of what action steps you would take if this were to happen again. Lastly, it's important to remember that negative experiences are part of life, and these can often teach us valuable lessons. It's also important to approach the whole process with self-compassion and not be too hard on yourself. If your guilt is overwhelming or causing significant distress, I encourage you to go seek help from a mental health professional. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more mental health strategies.